Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories sent to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories sent to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories sent to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories sent to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have Hermes bag and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag would say made in China. The bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have various bags and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing egg of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag that say made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have various bags. Suddenly, the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing egg of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag that say made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have various bags and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled, poisoned by the marketing egg of the luxury brand for too long. Welcome to the real world.
Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a tag that say made in China, it can never be luxury. In fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, bags will appear there boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have various bags. Suddenly, the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else like leathers, sneakers, and hardware remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the marketing of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world.
This Chinese factory owner just exposed how luxury bags are a total scam.
Some say as long as there's a it's made in China, it will be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands will acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made Italy or maybe from now. However, let's just do a little very easy experiment on your head, okay? Imagine that you have a stack and the label on it change from France into made in China, while everything else like speaker where remain the same. You suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before. That means that being misled and poisoned by the marketing campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the
This Chinese factory owner just exposed luxury bags are a total scam.
some say all ads there's a it's a made in China. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge them. They take almost finished bags from China factories to their own countries and just do the repackaging and logo installing. And make the bags go up here as their depicts as made in Italy or made in France. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little very easy experiment on your head, okay? Imagine that you have your stack and suddenly the label on it change from made in France into made in China, while everything else like
I've nowhere to keep that. How can I be? You won't escape! Tower. You won't escape. My satchel is
Oh man, sorry. Blaze, sorry. I'm always so. Blaze, are you there? Sorry man, I was really focused here. Man, the run is being super hard. Tell you, I almost died several times. Lots of adrenaline. I needed to improve my builds because I'm very squishy to Slam's attack. Really, I'm trying to look for skills that can help me against those birds, those fat birds. They can kill me really fast. Yeah, I'm in Cruel now. I'm doing Act 2 Cruel. I had to skip some content on the. I'll show you. Because, man, 20 speed, but that was super hard. 65. You see this part in Dashar? So there is this monster. Those two fat birds, I cannot fight them. Impossible. They will just jump on you. All of them jump. I had to skip all the time because I would be dead. I had to press skip and skip the game. And also you need to be careful that you don't skip the game, but you skip to the nearest, to the nearest waypoint, because if not, yeah, it's the dual boss. They are not even a boss. They are just a rare monster, but it's impossible. With a warrior, you cannot kill them. At least with my build, I couldn't. I had to skip twice. They almost killed me. I gave up. I said, no, this is my hardcore. You won't kill me right now. I had to just press escape, and I put X. No, if you put, yeah, you can skip, but not to character selection. I will show you in game, because if you skip to character selection, when you come back, you're gonna be in the same position and they're gonna kill you, because the time it is loading, they keep attacking you. Oh, just one. I try a lot, but they always come two. So I'm not gonna risk anymore, because yesterday I almost died like 4 times. So I gave up. I said, nope, I'm not gonna die. Today's I'm probably gonna have to craft this later. If I have enough material to craft. Look, in map, when you press escape, they give you the option to respawn at checkpoint. That's the one you press, because if you exit to character selection or lock screen, when you come back, they're gonna kill you, because you're gonna be in front of them. So respawn at checkpoint, you do like Dark Souls. You go back to the checkpoint, everything is respawn again. All the monsters respawn again. Yeah, yesterday was crazy, man. I stopped playing because that was the hardest part that I encountered all the game till now. The truth is that water start to become squishy and cruel. Like while with the other builds, other character, you can just run or something like that. Water is squishy. Armor is not good unless you combine it. Yeah, you can do that in campaign. I'm playing extra careful because really I don't want to die. I'm not lip slam anymore. What is that? Wow. The armor is not worth. I'm going for a tech that I saw people doing hardcore that will help armor, but it's not because armor is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these notes before. If I get the unique, if I don't get the unique, I'm going to take these notes that give the reduction in armor, because when they attack you, your armor exactly. I think no reduction in armor also apply to energy recharge rate. This doesn't count actually. The only thing that counts is this one. Excess life regeneration applies to energy shield. I think that's the first one should go for. I'm gonna use hybrids with intelligence, so my generation will give me more energy. That way I will have a bigger health pool. Add my energy field to my health pool. So I'm trying to survive one hit kills, but after I will come all the way here to have energy recharge rate really faster, so I don't rely on this node anymore. You see? Oh, I'm playing Titan because Titan is better for defense. Smith of Tava is easy on you because you get max resistance really fast. But even with Smith of Kitava, with life, you won't be able to survive one hit from some monsters. So it's better to just take Titan that gives you this hulking form. I haven't approached this a lot. And come to yes, make a... Oh, Luna, shut up. My dog is barking like crazy. So it's better come here and make a yes, because you're gonna have higher health pool, and at the same time you will have like almost 8,000 energy shields that will recharge in 2 seconds, you know. So that's much better than Smith of Kitava. Smith of Kitava won't give you that because it doesn't make those nodes stronger. Like this one now is 22, it used to be 15. So this will make you super tanky with Titan. Oh, I'm just trying because like you cannot just go and do the build. You need to. I'm looking my defense how it's going. So I change things over time. I'm always respecting. If I see like I'm not stunning, I take small stun. If I see like I'm getting stun, I take more stun threshold. If I see like I'm getting too much damage, I take more armor. That's the way I'm playing. I'm adapting to not die. I think my build will be fully fleshed out when I am at level probably 70, 80. That's when I'm not going to change too much, you know. But I'm changing a lot just to not die, because I need to adapt to the game, to adapt to the damage. Oh. Oh! Deve se esfregar. One thing is, I don't know what the heck's going on with the game. The graphic is so blurred. I cannot see properly. I don't know if it's the internet or it's just some mitigation they have to improve the games do not have lag because like the monster, they look like they have a shade on them. You cannot see them properly. Sometimes the server is like that, and that is may make you die because you're not seeing where the monster is. Wow. Oh, you didn't like the league. I like games like this. I might try last epoch to see how it is, but I'm just so invested in this on the core run. If I die, I might try it last epoch, but there's another game too that's interesting is Kazan. I saw the people playing the build that you're talking about. It didn't interest me. To tell you the truth, I've played Monk, I've played Ranger, I've played Stat Stacker with the Pillar of God, and Warrior. And I don't know why, but the Warrior was the one that giving me more pleasure to play through campaign, just because it's kind of more hard. Like the other ones are super easy, and when you get power, it's just feel like I'm just pressing the button and kill everything, and I'm looking for loot, and I lost interest. Warriors is challenging. Like you can die easily. You need to be on your toe with Warrior. So only when you get to Cruel, because before Cruel, Warrior is the easiest one to play. You just bash everything with the mace, perfect strike, you kill everything. But after you reach Cruel, oh man, that's actually Cruel for Warrior. I don't know what's going on, but like the graph is so bad. Look, you practically cannot see the enemy. They look like a shade. It's weird out. I think it's some kind of mitigation they're doing for the server, because like they make all the mobs really low resolution that you cannot even see them properly. Look at that thing that happened there. Look how they look.
You won't escape.
No. I have a 49. Probably not. Let me just check. I'm using a 49, so I'm in direct 12. And I don't even need DLSS. I don't know why it is using that. So it's using NVIDIA DLSS. I don't know which one is better. I don't need ultra performance. I prefer quality. Shadow Ultra. Everything is cranked up. I don't know why I'm getting that body graphic. NVIDIA reflex, like I'm having FPS 240. Shadow has global illumination. Let me do this and see if you're gonna change something. I'm not gonna fight the boss right now. I like to level up here first because this is level 57 and you can level faster here. Oh, I'm already level 60. Yeah, it's the game problem because some days you can see everything clearly. There is no this kind of shade. But sometimes when I log in, all the mobs start to become shade with that kind of shade. Like the texture practically just disappear and you just see a shade, you know. How do you find the last epoch compared to Pact of Exile, in your opinion, right now? I'm just curious. Yeah, it's a high level, man. But my gear is bad. That's the thing. Look, I don't even have enough life on gear. I don't have those things that I should have at this level, and my resistance is also crap because I don't have stuff to craft, and I'm not being lucky with armors. My armors is being so really bad. The only good thing I got was probably this weapon, and they still I cannot craft it further. You know. Yeah, this is the thing. I like this kind of game to be a little hard. Like people, I think I have a different view than most people. Like they want to play it like just press a button and kill everything and keep going. That's why I like Warrior, because Warrior is kind of difficult. Warrior, even if you have a skill that's powerful, you need to dodge, you need to do stuff. So you feel a little more rewarding. The only thing is the drops. I think if they increase the drops, probably people will also get bored fast, you know. But okay, this is Dexter. I'm probably gonna save this one. Yeah. To me, I like a little hard, like it is like right now. Because if it's too easy, I just lost interest in playing. This is me. Whenever I used to play games, it has to be a little easy. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. I love Demon Souls. I love all games, Dark Souls. I love games that are hard, right? I like this kind of game because I used to play Diablo 2. I used to play Diablo 3 also. I used to play Titan Quest. So I like Titan Quest because it's a little hard. Yeah, to me it has to be a little hard. If it's too easy, I will just lost interest. Oh, I got one good here.
I will tell you.
So but the thing is, I don't feel I don't feel like the accomplishment if the game is easy. I don't know if you get that. That's for me, right? I need to feel that the game as a little challenge so I can play it. Because if it doesn't have any challenge, I don't feel like I want to play it. That's why I'm playing Warrior in hardcore, because it's not easy to level up a Warrior after you go to cruel difficult. It's not easy. It's not super hard, but at the same time you need to be super careful. Now, oops. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to... But the thing, I'm farming for better gear before I fight the boss, because my gear really bad. I should have by now 2,000 or more life. My life is lower because my gear doesn't have life. Practically, I don't have life on my gear. Okay, my friend, have a great day. Have a great night. See you. Here it's just 5 p.m. yet, 5:30 p.m. Let me just go here. I'm gonna farm this later and see if I can find something useful.
Power.
Bash you with a hammer. Thank you. Mhm.
You won't escape!
Because not energy shield yet. That's the goal. I am far from energy shield nodes, so I need to get there. You cannot have energy shield at this level yet. You can, but it's not worth it. It's better go live in the beginning. Energy shield is an end game goal. Because energy shield is far away from me. You see, I'm starting to reach energy shield right now. But even so, it's not worth investing in it yet because I don't have enough intelligence. So it has to be when I'm higher level. And I need to come all the way here. So I need a lot of points to come here to get energy shield. So that will take some time till I get the build fully fleshed out. And that's if I don't die, because this is hardcore mode. Oh.
You shall fall! No chance!
Oh. Oh my gosh.
No chance! I've nowhere to keep that.
How can I?
Speak up.
utility belt. This belt. Oh,
I will tell your tale. I hear you. No need to rush.
16 to chaos resistance. Oh. Yes.
Guides you. Sands guide you.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to stop the stream for now. Alright, thank you for everyone that show up. Wish you guys a great day.